hi. Attorney Adul Tinapong. I have not live for a long time. This is the weekend Sunday. I am making a final preparation of the appeal in the cops in the freezer case, which I have been drafting it and preparing for 10 days something. I just finished it last night around 10:55 p.m. and it contained about 114 pages, about this thick. In this past 10 days, I have a lot of stories to tell you. When I drafted the appeal for 53 pages, this is the number in Thai. You know what happened? It's about this thick. Okay, my freaky computer, this one, crashed, and it turned all white color. Okay, it was last Wednesday. That day, when it crashed, I was shocked, and I thought, what I'm gonna do? Like, I drafted for 53 pages now, and where are all these data? And I have to file it within the few days after that. If I could not retrieve the data, Peter is going to be in jail for 43 years. And I thought during that time that he will be in jail. What I'm going to do? Because I crashed the computer, I lost all the data, I will not be able to file the appeal in time. So I should go jump dead at any river. That's my thought. But wait a minute. I just think that I did not save the file in the hard drive of this goddamn computer. What should I do? Then I realized that I saved it in the external hard drive, this one, and I plugged it with the USB plug. So what I'm doing, like, okay, even though this one went crash, if I unplug the USB here, actually not here, that's the other one, but okay, let's suppose to be this one. If I unplug it here, that day I did, and this whole room was silent, not even one lizard yelling anything. So then I plug this into my laptop here, like this. Then I make a wish. When I turn it on, I move this laptop onto the table here, and I turn it on, and I pray. Wait until it boots up, and there they are. I found my file, 53 pages on the hard drive external here. So when I open it up on that laptop, let's say it's this one, okay? All the fonts in Thai which I use, not like this. What I'm using here is called Brovalier UPC, okay? And it is like 18 points, which is, the font is 18 points. But that one, it went all wrong. So I have to download that font Brovalier from the internet and then rearrange everything to be this font. Then I started to draft it again. And my staff sent this bad computer to fix. When it comes back 2 days later, then I unplug that file and plug it on here, okay, as I did. And again, we found the same problem because the technician did not install this Bovalier UPC, and I had to download it and reinstall it again. and still continuing drafting it until I finished it last night at 10:55 p.m. But this morning I woke up early to review all the error typing and changing everything. Then, as I said, that the whole file comes to 114 pages in Thai. Okay. But if I file or submit only this appeal, it's going to be very, I would call untesty, because the judge will read only this. I should have some supporting documents to attach to the appeal, which I start to think, and then my assistant helped me drafting that to attach it for quite a long time, since last 3 weeks. But before I move to that part, I would have to tell you some information that if you're involved in a criminal case in Thailand, you should know this. Only the appeal, you have to have Peter or the defendant in the criminal case sign the end of the appeal. It's called end of appeal. This is a court form. Okay. First of all, you must have the defendant sign here. In the criminal case, if the defendant is in jail during the trial, after he signs this one, he must have the prison officer sign certifying that this is his signature. Okay. Without this one, it will be considered that the defendant does not sign the appeal. What does this mean? This means he did not defend the case, and it means that Peter has to go to jail forever, 43 years. So the first thing important, that attorney cannot sign here in the criminal case, all right? Second, the defendant must sign his name here and must certify by the prison officer if he is in prison, all right? The third part is who drafts this. Person who drafts this must sign here, because if you draft it to the manner impolitely or like ugly, the judge may ask you to come to see him. So the responsible of this draft must be present at the court. And the last one who print or type this or write this to sign here. In this case, I drafted it and I typed it, so I sign it. Okay, this is the end of appeal, which we'll have to attach at the end of the appeal. Now, this is the first step. Okay, in the case where now here, this is the case between then people, or we call prosecutor, as the plaintiff, and this line is for defendants, as the defendants. So we are defendant. We are William Peter Johnson, the third defendant. So when we prepare the appeal, we must prepare one more set for the prosecutor in case he wants to reply against our appeal. Okay, so this first set is for the court. Then the second set is for the prosecutor. And the third set is for my office or my own file. Okay. That's why on the set for the prosecutor, we have this area to sign certified correct copy, so that the prosecutor will have the same set which that of the judge has. Okay. Now we move to the attachment of the appeal. In this case, I prepare altogether 21 items for the attachment, and I make the list of the attachment, okay, number 1 to number 21, and what are there in details, and where are there in the appeal here. So when I said here, item number 1 is on the appeal page 43. If the judge flip to see, okay, let me use the copy, my copy, because my copy I make a highlight on it. You will see. This is my copy. Now we're gonna look at the list. Item 1 is on appeal page 43. So when we flip to 43, you will see what is the attachment, okay, and then so on and so forth here. Now, what are the attachment? What I prepare for the attachment are the definition of word, because in the judgment there are several parts in the judgment that pronounced to punish Peter, and the judge used the word may, okay, in Thai it's called aaj. That means when he say, oh, like for example in the fake passport charge, the judge wrote in his judgment that Peter may use the fake passport to present it to the buyer, the prospective buyer. And I disagree with this word, may. And I think that the judge cannot use the word may to imprison the defendant. So how can I defend this? That may means happen or may not happen. I mean, it's not certain that that thing or that event will happen. Then I search it from the dictionary. There is an institution of Thailand that define words in Thai. When I find this, I print it out and tell the judge that this word by this dictionary, the government dictionary, has its definition of the uncertain incident. So when you use this word in the judgment to punish my client, I would like the appeal court to reconsider about the judgment. Okay, this is how some of the attachments are. And apart from this, I will go through quickly. Like number 2, I show some photo which the arrest police unit had on his shoulder. Something looks like a backpack. And this one, Peter told me that this bag was given to the other police when he was in Peter's bedroom and starting to take the thing out of this bag as a clear white plastic containing all the fake seals and put on his bed. All right, and then move it on to the bookshelf, book cabinet near his bed. Wait until the forensic science officer come to inspect. So I had cross-examined the 4 policemen during the trial, but the judgment did not mention this at all. I also have my assistant drew the event or incident according to each plaintiff witness, which are the police who were in Peter's bedroom on the arrest day. Like this one, I take what his testimony all the way here, and then my assistant draw what said here, in here. And down here I said this is a testimony of the police sergeant Kanchanapong Chedet answering the prosecutor. And it is this sentence were on page 4 at line 10 to line 12 of his testimony. So if the appeal court want to see it, he can go to this witness testimony and flip over to the page and line number that I put here. He will see that I did not take it from somewhere, but I do take it from the real case file. Okay, so for this witness alone, we drew it out and we put the drawer number 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the end. This guy, this police sergeant was a person who got shot by the bullet or by the gun. Okay, so he got all the way testifying down to number 24 until Peter was arrested. And also he I cross-examined him and he answered. So I put it here that he answering my cross-examination question. Okay. And I'll make it here how I cross-examined him that the length between the bed and the safe and his arm length make it impossible for Peter to just sit here and open the safe. Okay, this is how I demonstrate in my appeal. But actually, this way of drawing is used, I believe, in the U.S. trial. There will be one expert in the courtroom to draw whatever the witness testifying like this. But I'm not sure any Thai attorney ever used this, but I think this is the best way to demonstrate how the witness testify in each one. So the second witness that I have my assistant draw how he testify out is the police sergeant named Noparat Yod Singh. He also was in the room when the gun was shot for 3 times that day. Okay. The other police sergeant named Police Sergeant Pasop Chok Pantong. I also have my assistant draw it up. And using different color, you may say this one is green color. The last one is Police Captain Yosaran. He's the chief of police unit that arrested Peter that day. Okay, so when after I have this 4 policemen testimony being drawn up like this, I take all of these 4 witnesses. All right, you may see a little photo here from Kanchanapong all the way down. He has 24 drawings, photos with fill on the cross-examination part. And then the police sergeant Noparat, the second witness. Then police sergeant Pasop Chok in green color. And then police captain Yosaran. So I used the first police sergeant Kanchanapong testimony as the key, and then try to fill in the second witness. Any testimony that matched with whatever the first one said, I would put the photo after his, all right, all the way down. And also for the third police sergeant Pasop Chok and police captain Yosaran. So by comparing this, you will see right away all this gray color was blank. That means the second witness, third and fourth, did not testify any fact here. But this guy said that. Okay, so when you see the number, when you tell story, I say like the police sergeant has 24 stories in this line down here. When he tells story, he will tell story from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. But when Police Sergeant Noparat, the second one, when you put it this way, you will see the number of his draw. He will tell the story by 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 17, 18, 9, 10, 12, 14, 11, and 16. You see how his story is jumping. And that tells us how it doesn't make sense. And Pasop Chok, the third one also. You see his testimony? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 9, 10, 14, 15, 13, and 11. Yosaran, he didn't say much because he was not in the room. He was on the mezzanine floor. And he testified that he heard the gunshot for 3 times, which on the 4th floor, away from him. Okay, way away from him. Here. He was on the mezzanine floor, then 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and 4th floor, where all these 4 men were in Peter's bedroom. And he was here. He heard 3 times gunshot, and he can he can smell the gunshot powder. But you see, all this, each floor have the closing door on each floor up to the 4th floor. And to be honest, I didn't believe his testimony. I think it's impossible for a person to be so far away, like 3 meters each floor. This make 12 meters. And you probably could hear the gunshot, but I don't think that you could smell the gunshot powder when you were like 12 meters with the door closed on each floor, right? So I make this to ask the mercy from the appeal court to please reconsider how believable these 4 witnesses have. Okay. Apart from that, I also have my assistant to draw what Peter testified, okay, during the trial until all the end. Okay. And number 12, I did not submit the blank paper. But what I did was I take all this testimony, the draw of each witnesses, and write onto the DVD for the appeal court to, if let's say this one, number 10, you can't see this, but if you go into, you open this file by computer and you enlarge it, you may see something like, for example, like if I go this photo, okay, and I want to see this, I may click to enlarge it. See? Like this. So hopefully that's what I want the appeal court to see. And the rest of this are how I measure the room to find the distance between the bed of Peter and the safe that kept the gun. Okay, how do I do all this? Calculate. And also I put myself to show if Peter wanted to kill a police officer, he can shoot the next police next to him, but or just shoot this one without making a turn. I just shoot the one next to the closet one. But in fact, I mean, in the case, all the 4 policemen testifying that Peter turned like this to shoot the guy from the bed to turn the way here to shoot him, which I don't convince. Okay, that's why I appeal. And also in this case, why Peter got beaten up so bad, I've been fighting in the case from day one. That Peter told me that one of the police in this team took 370,000 baht cash from the safe. And during the case, I asked the court to subpoena this money from the Phrakanong police station. You know what happened? The chief police of the Phrakanong police station wrote this letter to the judge, saying on the second page under item 5 that the cash of 370,000 baht, which the investigation police officer seized from the safe of the third defendant on 23rd of September 2016. The inquiry police officer has not obtained from the arrest police unit at all. Okay? That means, you know, Phrakanong police say that, oh, we didn't have the 370 grand, but because we did not receive it from the arrest unit. Okay, I'm happy. The last one I deal with what do we call ricochet? I don't know how the bullet goes into that police body and slide out of his flank here. There was a doctor opinion that this bullet, if it were near the heart or near the big cell blood, whatever in the body, it may cause the death of life. So I doubt. Then I go search in the internet, where is the heart position, where is the big blood cell in our body. Then I put it here and take the bullet, what you call ricochet, how it travel into the point into the body and out. And this is where the heart is. This is where the big blood cell, whatever here. And I don't think that this can harm life, according to the doctor opinion. Okay, and I attached to it as the appeal court to reconsider about this fact. This is all the attachment that I have in the appeal process, and the thick of it is about this thick. Okay, I don't know how many centimeters. If I use the ruler, I can tell. Let me see. About 2 centimeters. Not bad, huh? Well, I plan to file this tomorrow morning. And after I file it at the Phrakanong court, I will go to Klong Prem prison to visit Peter and to tell him that I already filed the appeal. Once you file the document to the court, and tomorrow will be the appeal, the court officer will stamp the court seal here, this part, about the date, month, and year and time that they receive your document or appeal tomorrow. And I will take it to show to Peter for the whole file here, and tell Peter that, hey, you know, I already filed your appeal, and with all this and all this attachment, I think it's better than because I have not seen Peter for quite some time, since last month, because I was busy doing all this. And back then I thought that if I went there and just tell him like, oh, I'm doing it now, I don't think I should waste that time to go to see him. Just tell him that I'm doing his case. I should have used all the times to finish everything and file it, and go to see him and show him that, hey, I did it, I filed it. I think by that it will make him happier than just wasting time going to see him. During all this 10 something days that my life was stick on to this, I tell you I nearly went crazy, especially that day when this bad computer got crashed. I was so tense that night that I got scrambled in my stomach. At night time I couldn't sleep, and I got high fever, very high, until I decided to go downstairs. This is the second floor of my house, to get some medication or some medicine, but I just lost all my power. So when I tried to walk downstairs, I couldn't do it. So I just sit down on the each step of the stairway and went down until I get on the ground floor and take the medicine and rest for a while and just climb up one by one step up to my bedroom and rest for the whole day until the next day I be able to go on with this appeal, and finally I have done it, and I am now ready to file it tomorrow. So I hope and I wish that Peter getting okay, find the justice as he wish and as I believe. Okay, I will live it again when anything happen in this case again. Oh, by the way, this is the T-shirt. It's called, in Thai, it's called Cops in the Freezer Case. I may make it in English, or if you would like to have one, just send me a link or whatever into the fan page Facebook and tell me how you want me to prepare it. Okay, and for today, thank you for watching. Bye bye.